Yo, hi everyone, welcome back to another live stream. Welcome to another workout video. At this time I'm gonna do it live so I can interact with you guys with the chat if you have any questions or if you have any feedback. Now I'm gonna very quickly here put the chat on the screen on my computer so I can um, see it more easily. All right. Um, all right, here we go. Hi, average balloons tuber. Hello, welcome to the stream. So, now, guys, today, unfortunately, I don't really have a lot of ideas. Yesterday I trained, I did legs, lower body workout, so hips and legs pretty much. And today I didn't really know what to do. I can do chest, I can do arms, maybe doing also shoulders or abs. Unfortunately, without a bar, it's pretty hard to do like pull-ups or to train your back. And so if you guys have any suggestions or any exercises, any routines that you may want me to do or to try out, I'm gonna very happily do it. And I'm gonna just start here very quickly at the beginning with an ab workout, showing you the basics for the abs and how you should be able to use your abs every time. Like these are exercises I recommend you to do every time as you start or as you warm up when you do ab routines. And so I'm gonna start with that with this one. And then if you have any suggestions or any comments, I'm going to just follow with that. So, so the exercise is pretty simple. I'm going to pretty much do what's called a hollow body position. So you have pretty much to really try to lift off your shoulders from the ground, right? So your shoulder blades should stick out from the ground. You should really feel your abs contracting, and especially the most important thing is having your low back in touch with the ground. So you don't want to have your lower back arched. So that's the most important thing. You really want to squeeze and push with your abs your low back towards the ground. And then from this position, you pretty much from here you just lift your legs up. Always trying to really squeeze your abs here. Right, to squeeze your lower back against the ground. So you can see that here I'm pressing with my abs, my lower back, so there is no space. So I'm not like this. So see here the difference? I have my lower back arched, and so this is a bad position. So you want to really contract the abs and push everything down. And I'm gonna very simply now do this hold, because it's pretty much an isometric hold. I'm gonna do it 4 times. When I'm gonna get tired, I'm gonna move on to the next easier variation, and I'm gonna do like a 3-step drop set kind of hold. So from the harder variation to the easier one, and it's gonna be 4 times. So in this case, I don't really care about the actual time that I'm able to do it. I'm gonna just do it for as long as I can. So starting here with the first variation. This one is the hardest when you have your hands above your head. Alright, then here, when you get tired, you go into this position. It's pretty easy. It's easier. And then this one. Alright. So, sorry. I had my abs contracted, so my voice was pretty weird. You look like you're falling out of the sky when you do that. Yeah. It's a pretty weird position, but it's very, very good for your abs. So you can do this hold for like 2 times or 3 times, and then you can start your ab workout. So in that way you have your abs already pretty warmed up, and especially you have the correct mindset. Because I see a lot of people, like when they do abs, they have their lower back arched. So for example, when they go down, you can see here, lower back arch, and then from here they try to like push and do the exercises, but that's bad. So you always want to have this kind of closed position, because this allows the abs to work more, and so it's more efficient. And especially you don't risk any injury in your low back. I've heard so many people like saying, yes, but when I do abs, my low back hurts. And that's because most likely you're doing the ab exercise wrong. You're not really activating the abs in the correct pattern, in the correct way, and therefore you are using your low back muscles also to try to help you out, and therefore that's why you have pain and discomfort. Why is this if I recommend it? I don't know. So yeah, that was the first set, so I'm gonna now do the second one. It's gonna be pretty much the same. So I'm gonna start with the harder position. When I feel like I can't anymore hold it properly, I'm gonna move to the easier position and then the easiest one. And yeah, 4 times. So let's go again. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, the abs burning. And here the important thing is really being honest with yourself. And when you feel like you start to lose your abs contraction, you start to arch your low back, you start to lose the perfect form, that's when you have to realize that it's better to drop to the easier exercise, to the easier variation, and then try to hold that one perfectly until you can't hold it anymore, and then you move on. So remember, it's not just about time, it's about how well you can hold that position for that time. Maybe you can hold it for like 1 minute, but if you're doing it wrong, then the reason the exercise becomes pointless. So here the always the focus, as I said before, is trying to really feel your low back always touching the ground pretty much, and really trying to squeeze your abs, and that makes the exercise harder. Ooh. Okay, so as I said before, guys, if you have connected right now, if you have any suggestions about any routines, or if you have like any challenges or any kind of exercises that you may want me to try or to do, just type them down in the comments and I'm gonna try to do them. Because yeah, today is a pretty weird day. I don't really have a clear in mind like a workout or a routine that I want to follow, so I'm very open to suggestions or to try to do anything. So so yeah, that's pretty much it. And then actually what I'm gonna do as I wait for your answers is that I'm gonna do the same now, the holding isometrically position, but now for the lateral portion of the abs. So this first position, as you saw before, is mainly for the rectus abdominis, because it's like a more of a flexion extension kind of movement. Instead, when you do it from your side, like this, it becomes more of a lateral flexion. So your hips here drop, or either they stay high. And therefore, in this way, you use more your obliques and the lateral portion of the abs in this side of your body. and therefore it becomes you start using more other muscles. So I'm going to do the same here, and I'm going to start for the harder variation, and then I'm going to, when I can't hold it anymore, I'm going to move on to the easier one, and so on. So the hardest variation of this one that I know is I think it's this one, right? Is the star hold, where you have one leg in the air, one leg on the ground, and you try to hold this. It's a pretty weird position, but it actually works. You feel your this side working a lot. Oops. Yeah, this thing is just sliding, so I need to move up. Oh. And also this side of, especially my hips, also I feel like it's working because I'm holding my leg on the air. Okay, when you can hold it anymore, that's when you touch with your other leg. You don't have any more in the air, but you still have this hand on the air to have more weight. Always try to not let your hip drop. Always try to squeeze and to keep your body aligned. And then last position is this one with your arm pretty much just standing here. Alright, that's enough. I feel like I've held it for more than 1 minute, so that's enough. Hello Theodore, welcome to the stream. So that was one side, so I'm gonna very simply now do the other one. And it's gonna be the same. So starting from the harder position, then when you can't hold it anymore properly, you move on to the easier one, and so on. All right. Okay, so let's do this other side. Let's see how it goes. All right. Oh, I'm falling. Ooh. You also feel your leg here working. So it's not just the abs, it's also all the lateral chain, muscle chain from the leg until the abs. Okay, dropping my leg now. It was the hardest thing was like holding the other leg on the air. Like I feel more tired holding this leg on the air than actually holding the position. Okay, hand down. Okay, let's just stop. Okay, that's already 1 minute. Oh. Oh. It's still pretty hot, the weather is still pretty hot, so when you work out, especially when you work out inside your house, it becomes so hot that you start sweating a lot. Alright, so those were, I think, the first exercises. I just wanted to show you something for the abs that I think is pretty good to do every time before you start your abs workout. So doing the hollow position and then doing this for the lateral portion, so that you also start for your obliques. There is no rotation, there is no dynamics here because it's just holding. but it's yet another way to train. Remember, you can train it 3 different ways. You can train with the concentric, you can train with the eccentric portion of the movement, or with the isometric. So these are the 3 ways that you can train your muscles. So they're gonna provide you with some benefits that the other variations don't do. For example, isometrics are very good for stabilization. So when you need to help your muscles to stabilize a certain position, that's when you want to hold the isometric, for example. Instead, concentric is more for power and explosiveness, so being able to contract the muscle fast or pretty strongly. And instead, eccentrics are also for strength, but they're also more for a kind of injury prevention. If you train a lot with eccentrics, your tendons are going to become stronger, and you're going to be having less minor risk of injury. So it's also for the strength. With isometric, you develop the highest contraction. So with eccentrics, sorry. So with eccentrics, as you hold the weight and the muscle elongates, that's when you generate the highest amount of tension. And so that's why eccentrics are also good for muscle mass and for strength. But also it's really good for injury prevention. So yeah, that's why you should be training with all 3 ways. So you should be training with both the concentric, with eccentric, and with isometric. So now that being said, if you guys don't have any suggestions, I'm gonna just go default, and yeah, let's just do a push-up routine. So doing some push-ups to train the chest, shoulders, and triceps. Maybe I'm going to do something more with the band for the triceps, because last time I showed you a 12-minute routine with for like biceps and for elbow flexors. So now it might be good to do something different. So let's grab this. I know that last time I did the live version, the live workout, I also did push-ups, so that's why I don't really want to do push-ups a lot. So I'm gonna just do a very quick routine, I think. So let's just do 25 push-ups. Let's try to do it 6 times. So I do 150 push-ups, and that's gonna be it. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so that's 25 easy. And yeah, push-ups, as I said many times, it's just the same rule over. So you want to keep your chest open and your shoulders down and back. The most important thing is when you go down on push-ups, you don't want your shoulders to come in and to do this. This makes the exercise easier, but it's just bad for your shoulders. So always keep your chest open, even as you go down, especially when you're here. And yeah. So those were 25 normal. Let's just do, I don't know, 25 more with another grip. So wait a second here, I'm gonna just move this a little bit like this, all right. So let's do now a narrow stance, why not? So with your hands close to one another. All right. Whew. So that's 25. So let's do next. Let's do wide push-ups. Why not? So yeah, again, changing position. And then I can do also reverse push-ups, and then I'll find out the last two variations. All right. And also I can show you something for the legs as well. Even if I trained them yesterday, I can do something. All right. So let's go. Wide push-ups. I hope that you guys can see well. All right. 25. Easy. And yeah, let's do now shoulder push-ups. So this time the grip is just supinated. So you have your forearms supinated, and therefore you push like this. For this one, it becomes even more challenging, trying to hold your shoulders back because you're already in a position where it's very easy for you to go even further back with your elbows, and therefore it's easier for your shoulder to come forward. So yeah, just remember always to pay attention to your shoulders. Try to keep your chest as open as possible, even if when you're down. All right. So let's do 25 of these. Okay, so that's 20, I just need to do 5 more. All right. Whew. So that's 100 done, 100 push-ups done, and what can I do? I can do archer. I can try to do archer, even though with archer it's pretty easy once again to lose your shoulder because you have so much weight on one side of your body that it's very difficult to keep your chest open, keeping all the weight on the pecs. So normally it's like almost inevitable to lose a little bit of your shoulders going forward and trying to help the pec. And so yeah, that's why it's a little harder, but it's always good when you try to do it as well as you can. Nice. Okay. And then afterwards, as I said before, I can show you the tricep routine with the elastic band to train your triceps, the long head especially, that when doing calisthenics is a pretty hard thing to do. Okay, so now actually I'm going to show you this variation from the front. So I hope that you guys can see my shoulders, and you can see as I'm going to try to hold it in position while doing archers. All right, so here. let's go. Oh, this one is always very tough because you overload the pecs. Okay, come on. Okay, I think that's 12-12, so should be 24 total, so that's good. All right, so that's one more set to go for push-ups, and let's do. What can I do? Oh yeah, I can change grip. I can do, for example, neutral grip push-ups. So when you have your wrists, your forearms like this. So not pronated, not supinated, like this. All right. So that's 20 more to go. 25 more to go. And that's gonna be it for the push-ups. And then I'm gonna move on to the triceps. Theodore asks, when did you start working out? Today, or when I started, calisthenics and all the stuff? Because well, this video started like half an hour ago. Instead, I started doing calisthenics in 2013. So it's been 7 years. All right, let's go. Okay, 20, 5 more. Oh, come on. All right, so that's it for push-ups. I'm not doing a lot, just I did 150, but yeah, it's just a pretty good number. And now, as I said before, I'm going to show you triceps with the elastic band. So, like when I did biceps, and I think I'm going to just move the phone slightly so that you can see the wall. So, like this and like this. All right, this should be good. I'm going to be right here, and all right. So for triceps, when you use the elastic band, it's the same principle as when you use it for any other exercise. The elastic band is going to become tighter the more you pull it, and therefore when you train triceps are going to be elbow extensors, and then the long hand is also going to be responsible for shoulder extension. So when you want to train your triceps fully, you need to both extend the elbow but also extend the shoulder. So I'm going to show you now the two variations. I'm going to show you the classic, what's called the tricep pull down. I think it's called like that on the gym, when you just place the elastic band on top of something like this, then you grab it, and then you're gonna very simply just pull it downwards like this. So just focusing on the on extending the elbow. So from here, from a flexed elbow position into a maximized extended elbow. And yeah, from here you just do reps. So down, you hold a little bit, and then up. Tuck, hold, and up. And just like this. So you train the 3 heads of the tricep like this. You train them all in the same way. And I'm gonna do 12 reps for each arm. All right, so that's one arm. All right. And that's gonna be the other one. Unfortunately, you can't see it because I can't move myself into the other direction. Alright. I was actually doing calisthenics when I was younger, but for some reason I quit it. Oh, really? Oh, that's nice. You can always come back. You can always restart again. You know, I know a lot of guys that are way older than me, so they work. They don't really have a lot of free time, and therefore what they do is like they try to organize their time so that they always have at least like 1 hour a day to work out, even if it's like at 8 p.m. or after the whole day that you have worked in your job, then you are going to train. It doesn't matter, they just find a way to train. So yeah, it's just nice. I'm trying to start again, but I'm injured, so I'm waiting. Yeah, that's true. If you have any injury, it's always good to rest, recover, because if you try to do things maybe too soon, you can just injure yourself again, and then maybe worse. So it's just better to wait. Yeah, I don't know what you injured, what kind of injury you have, but thumbs up. Just wait, give time for your body to heal, to recover, and then you can come back again. And even if you don't do calisthenics, of course, if you don't like it or whatever, but it's always good to do physical activity. So doing any sport or any kind of activity that is gonna maintain your body healthy and it's gonna be good for you. So now let's start with another set of these triceps. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change grip. So this first set, I did it with a neutral grip, like this. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this triceps pull down with a pronated grip. So with my palm facing down. So I'm gonna do this now. And next, I'm gonna do it with a supinated grip. So I'm gonna do this. This is just a small change, but it's gonna give a different information to your muscles, and therefore you're gonna be able to train them better. Hey, yo, what's up, bros? Hi, Adam. Welcome to the stream. I'm about here to start the second set of the tricep push downs with an elastic band. So let's go. All right, like this. So now with a pronated grip, and boom, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Always trying to reach the maximum contraction and having the elbow as extended as possible. Okay, 12. Nice. So let's change arms. Oh. Okay, let's go. Alright, so I'm doing 12 reps pretty much for each arm. And now I'm gonna just keep on going. So I'm gonna rest a little, very little, and I'm gonna do that. Do now the supinated grip. So let's go. Okay. Okay. 12. Let's change arms. All right, nice. So that was pretty much using primarily only the extension of the elbow to train your triceps. But now comes the best part, because if you want to train the long head, you need to also have the shoulder extended. So the best way to do it is actually from the starting position, you already have to get your shoulder extended. And from here, this is when you then extend the elbow. This is going to create a massive recruitment and contraction of the long head of the tricep. You're going to really feel it. And yeah, that's how you can train it. On calisthenics, it's pretty hard to train the long head because there aren't many body weight movements that are going to do this extension of the shoulder with extension of the elbow. It's pretty difficult to find an exercise like this. But therefore, that's why you have elastic bands. So in that way you can do those exercises that you can't do normally, and therefore you can train your body better. Okay, so I'm going to now do the same. So I'm going to do the 3 grips. I'm going to do a neutral grip, then a pronated grip, and a supinated grip. But this time always keeping my shoulder extended. So sometimes also helps trying to lean a little bit forward with your body, so you can be more conscious of the how much your elbows are pushing back. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go. All right. So here, this is going to be the starting position. So here, just remember not to do the elastic band too hard, because this is when it's a killer. So here, and let's go. 2, 3, 4. Ooh, 12. This one is very, very hard always. Like I feel my arm almost cramping up. All right. So let's go here with the other side. Oh, ooh, oh, nice. So that was the first one. Ooh. And I'm gonna now rest just a little bit, and then I'm gonna move on to the second variation, this time pronated. Alright, so this is pretty much sole only triceps. The cool thing about this exercise with the elastic band is that you can isolate your muscles. So if you're gonna train only the triceps, you can do it. And instead, when you're doing like body weight movements, normally those are compound movements. So you're gonna do multiple muscles at the same time and multiple joints. Many times you use also multiple joints. So you use the elbow, you use the shoulder, and yeah, so that's also the nice thing about elastic bands, that you can really focus your training or certain areas where maybe you are weak or maybe you need certain specific work. And yeah, that's why on rehabilitation elastic bands are so useful and are used so much. Alright, so let's go here with the second variation, having a pronated grip. Alright, and let's go. Ooh, nice. One side, and let's do now the other one. Oh, wait. All right. Oh, okay, nice. So that was the pronated grip. Ooh. And now last one is going to be the supinated grip. And then also I'm going to show you some exercises on the floor that you can do also, or on the wall, to train your triceps as well. To isolate them a little bit more so that you can train them without using that much your pecs or your shoulders. If you, for example, if you don't have an elastic band, but you still want to train triceps, and but not by doing push-ups, I'm going to show you some exercises that you can do. All right, so last variation. This time supinated grip, and let's go. Oh man, ooh, those last reps were a pain. Ooh. Okay, and let's do now the other side. Oh, ooh. My triceps are almost done. So Theodore asks, how much do you work out per day? So per day is just once normally. So like either on the morning or on the afternoon. Just depending on what I have to do during the day, I work out. But normally it's just a session. So when I do in the morning, I do all the workout in that morning, and therefore the rest of the day I'm free. Or when I do it on the afternoon, I just do it on the afternoon. So yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. And I know some people do like 2 workouts a day. So like they do it on the morning, and then they also do it on the afternoon. Or maybe they just do a quick morning routine, like when they wake up, something like that. Then maybe on the afternoon they do the big session, and then before they go to bed they do another like routine, but very quick, not so hard. And but I used to when I was younger, I used to do like push-ups. When I woke up, I did like push-ups, and before I went to bed, I also did push-ups. But nowadays, I don't do it because when I train, normally I train so well in that session that I don't need to train multiple times a day. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Alright, so now I'm going to show you again here on the ground a variation for the triceps that don't require any elastic band or anything. So you just need your body weight. Nice. What is your job? I don't have a job yet. I study. I'm studying physical therapy. So I'm still at the university. And yeah, so that's what I do. I don't have a part-time job. Sometimes I help other like younger students, like with their exams or stuff like that. I help them to study. But other than that, it's just my main focus. You know, it's studying on my university, so studying for my career, and because that's the job that I'm gonna have. So now showing you the exercises for triceps on the ground. There are many different variations. So the easiest one for you to do is this one that's called the tiger push-up, where you pretty much have your hands on the ground like this, but you have your hands in front of you. So you're not like pushing up like this, so having your hands on level with your chest, but you have your hands like up here. And then from here, instead of pushing up and with your elbows going towards your side, you wanna come with your elbows directly backwards. So you wanna almost reach from this position, you wanna then do this. And you can see that this movement, because it's just a movement of the elbow, is just elbow extension, and therefore you train mostly or solely your triceps. And that's pretty much the movement. So you're here, right? You can do it. If you can do it on your feet, you can also do it on your knees first. If you need to like get stronger or anything. So this is the push-up, and you just fold down. See how I'm doing it? So it's not a push-up, but it's just moving the elbows. So you have your shoulders pretty much are fixed, and you just move your elbows. Up and down they go, like this. See? And therefore, because this is just an elbow movement, you train most of your triceps. And you can make the variation harder by simply doing the exercises on your feet. So like this, and you go down, and then you go up. You go down, and you go up. So this is called the tiger push-up, because it's pretty much you go into the tiger position, and then you just come up. There are other variations of these same exercises. For example, what's called the inverted push-up. So in this case, what you do, you just place your hands like this. Oops, you can see, like this, all right? And then from here, you just touch with your elbows the ground, and then you come back up. Now, I don't really recommend you this exercise because this puts your shoulders in an internally rotated position, and therefore if you don't have enough strength in your triceps, you may try to compensate with your shoulders and you may hurt yourself. So it's just better to do the easier variation like the one I showed you before. Or if you have anything that is higher, you can use a wall, and you can do something that is called tricep extension. So for example, if you have a bench or anything like this, you can just place your hands like this, and then you can just go down and up. So see that here the motion is the same. I'm only moving the elbow, and therefore I'm training mostly the triceps. So like this, and up, this, and up, And yeah, this is what's called the tricep extension. And the easiest one is when you do it on the wall. So the wall is very high, for example here, and therefore you can do it very easily, or you can do it harder by just positioning yourself further away from the wall, and therefore you have more weight on your arms. And yeah, that's just the difference. Do you know your body fat percentage? No, I don't know. I've never searched for it, or I never look out for how much I have. So I don't really think it's that important, because depending on many factors, you may have a slightly different body fat percentage from what you may want to. But the important thing, remember always, is that you are able to do the things that you want to do. So if your goal is to be able to do, I don't know, 500 push-ups in half an hour, for example, then your body, how your body is, allows you to do that, then that means that your body has already enough performance to reach your goal. So you don't need to become any leaner or to lose any more weight, or to reduce your body fat percentage or stuff like that. So many times, numbers are just numbers. The important thing is that how you feel with your body. Are you feeling strong enough? Are you feeling that you're able to do what you want to do? Like when you want to push, your body can sustain that push, it's resilient, and can withstand the amount of effort that you're putting on, and so on. So if your body can do that, then that means that whatever the amount of body fat percentage you may have, it's the best one for you. So you don't need to change that. And in my case, my body already is able to do what I want it to do, and all the exercises I want to do, and so on. So I don't need, or I don't find any usefulness in trying to reduce the body fat percentage, or to maybe increase it, And so yeah, that's my mindset. So that's why I don't really look that much at stuff like weight or body fat percentage, or the physique, because even how your body looks like may not reflect your strength, or may not reflect how you truly are. I've seen so many guys that look very skinny, or look like they don't really have any strength, that can do exercises that are so hard to do that just a few people can do them, but they can't do it. Why? Because their body allows them to do that, and how they look like doesn't really matter. So yeah, the important thing is your goal. So is your body able to achieve that goal that you want? If yes, then you don't need to do anything. If not, then that's when you need to figure out what is that you need to improve on. Maybe you need to train better, maybe you need to improve your nutrition, maybe you need to change your lifestyle, and therefore in that way you can reach your goal. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this live stream, guys. I hope that you enjoyed. I know it was a little different from the usual, but yeah, so see ya, bye bye.